Good morning. What a place, eh? This is Haines, Alaska. But Roger's rear wheel is making a bit of a funny noise, so we need to get that checked. We're just in the town of Haines, just having a look around. There's Roger. So we're not happy about that noise he's making. Mike's worried it might be bearings. There's a mechanic going to look at it tomorrow morning for us. I feel really bad for Roger. Every time he drives, he's like, and go for a bump, he's like, he's crying in pain. And we are pretty remote. We're in the middle of nowhere. They have to ship everything in or fly it in. I don't know how long we're going to be here if he has to get parts in, and whether he's even going to have time to do it.
It's getting real dark in here.
Just seen a bald eagle up there. First bald eagle we've seen. Very cool.
Could you bring some light to me? Or just sit beside me and never leave? I got the curtains up. I guess it would be nice if you could interrupt. It's a day like this.
So we're still in Haines. We're struggling to get someone who's got time to look at our van. One of the guys said he'll have a look at it tomorrow morning at 8. The last two guys have also advised not to drive too far on it, because it could be wheel bearings, which could end us being stranded in the middle of nowhere. We are actually technically in the middle of nowhere here. We'll have an update on that tomorrow, but we're back in the same rest stop we were in last night.
Some light to me.
Just seen a bald eagle out here. Gonna try and get a bit closer without scaring them off and get a photo. Second one today. That's a relief. Great guys at Peter's Tyre and Auto managed to fit us in this morning. They got the wheel off. He checked it for bearings. It wasn't bearings, and a little spring fell out. So what had happened is one of the springs there had snapped. So we're just leaving the lovely little town of Haines. Unexpected extra stop there, but it's quite good that we've now got our wheel sorted and we don't need to worry about it. And we're off, continuing to head north, back into Canada. Just seen our first bear for the day. The big one, just on the side of the road there. We're not actually that far from the Canadian border now, so just a little trip into Alaska this time until we get into Alaska later. Just been through past the American border, which we don't have to check out of or anything. Now we're coming into the Canadian border. So we're back into Canada, British Columbia. We've got the 3rd degree there. Oh, lots of questions, mainly about the car. Probably the most intensive questioning of the border crossing so far. The US was much easier.
Where are you from? New Zealand? How do you ship the car to America? No, we bought it last year. How long have you been in the States then? Well, just a couple of days, really.
This is just incredible through here. I can't believe how beautiful it is and how snowy it still is. Just feels like we're all alone out here. We haven't seen another car since we crossed the border. I love it. All the snow. Well, this looks like a pretty cool place to camp tonight. Good morning. How is this for a place to wake up? Wow. We camped here last night. You could see the mountain last night, but not this morning. Just a little trailhead for a couple of hikes up that mountain and for also snowmobiling. Oh, it's just starting to rain. Got our little heater burning. It's just keeping it nice and toasty in here. It doesn't look very safe, does it? As long as we don't knock it over, I'm sure it will be fine. We wouldn't sleep with it going. Might just make us a coffee. Another intruder last night on Mouse. Thankfully he ran into one of our traps and now he's out of our van, so that's good. I don't know why they're all getting in. I guess it's cold outside and Roger just likes taking on pets. Told him off, he says no more pets, but he's still letting them in. It's just a bit annoying, especially when they rustle around all night and you just don't know if they're running over your face or not. Great thing about this little van is you don't have to do anything when you're freedom camping. You don't have to unhook anything. You just basically get up and drive whenever you're ready. We're just going to carry on heading north. Not sure how far we'll get. We'll play it by ear. Come along, it'll be fun. So we're just heading on to Haines Junction, which then joins back up with the Alaska Highway. And then we're going to continue on the Alaska Highway back into Alaska. So we've just left British Columbia and we're back in the Yukon again. I think we need another photo. So we just come down a bumpy road in the hope of finding the $1 Million Falls. You're in bear country, it says. 350 meters down here. Taking a walk up to a glacier. I think it's 1.6 kilometers one way, and then we've got to turn around and come back. So we are pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and knowing there's grizzlies here, it does make me a little bit nervous. Mike won't talk to me, so I figure if I talk to you guys, make lots of noise. Yak, 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 yak. Keep away, bear. Keep away from me. So this isn't a glacier as we know it. It's a rock glacier.
The rock glacier was actually formed by an ice glacier pushing all the rock down with it. As the glacier receded, left the rocks behind.
There is actually quite a bit of wildlife growing here. Quite a few flowers and stuff. You can see the lichen on the rocks. You see all that black on the rocks there? That's the lichen. Vital to life. Rocks are literally supporting life. We just stopped in the little town of Haines Junction. It's filled up with gas. Now we're heading on. We're back on the Alaska Highway now. So that's exciting. Our gorgeous camping spot tonight. This place is just beautiful, isn't it? It's a beautiful lake surrounded by snow-capped mountains. Doesn't get much better than this.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause
So we're in Canada, and of course we've got to try some maple syrup. So I got some, and what do you have maple syrups with? Pancakes. So Mike's over there making pancakes, but they're all sticking to the pan. We watch other YouTubers make amazing meals in their van. So this is our attempt. He's made one already. We ain't gonna win any awards as a cooking channel. I'm not actually sure I've ever had proper Canadian maple syrup. So let's have a smell. Oh, it smells like alcohol. I'm not sure it's supposed to smell like alcohol. 100% Canada grade A. I'll get Mike to try it first. So Mike's pancake didn't turn out quite as good as mine. That's mine. That's Mike's. Oh, it smells like alcohol. I don't think I've ever had maple syrup before. I don't think I like it. Do you like it? Does it taste right?
I don't know what maple syrup tastes like.
So you've never had it before either. Crazy as this, eh? 10:30 at night, is it?
It's nearly 11:15.
Almost 11 o'clock and it's so
Still-
bright.
It still wasn't set.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment.
Morning. How's this for a place to wake up? Killarney Lake, camped here for the night. Gorgeous. Somewhere in the Yukon. I'll put a map.
We're going to drive up around the other side of the lake.
Oh, that's exciting. So this side of the lake we're going to drive.
Yeah.
Is that the road there?
Yeah.
I
There's a
can
car
see
over
the
there.
cars. Oh, I had no idea there was a road there. And it's 260 kilometres to the United States, back into Alaska. It's exciting. Everything's exciting.
I think I'm on to a new melody. It's not a mix-up, so bad talking open wound.
So we're now on the other side of the lake. Over there. Other side. That's where we camped last night. It's taken us literally minutes to get here. So this trail we're about to do, it leads to the site of the 1942 official opening of the Alaska Highway. The path started as a First Nations trail, which became the original route of the Alaska Highway in the area. During the Second World War, they were worried about a Japanese attack on the Alaska coast, and they wanted a military supply road connecting Alaska to the south. In 1942, Yukon's population almost doubled as American troops and civilians poured into the area. In just 8.5 months, they built a rough road, more than 2,400 kilometres long. So we're walking along that original road now.
While building the road, they had to contend with mosquitoes and -40. The soldiers, they could complain if they wanted to, but there's no one to complain to. They could run off, but there's nowhere to run to, so they were stuck.
Got these little berries here that then become these little pine cones. It's cute. What a beautiful walk, and informative too. Little placards telling us about the Alaska Highway being built.
And be done with literature.
So back in 1943 there was pressure of overhunting in the area, so they banned everybody, even the First Nations people who've lived here their whole lives. They even banned them from hunting, and suddenly like, well, you know, we've been living our lives like this and suddenly we're not allowed to. Actually took them 40 years of battles to earn their hunting rights back. It's crazy.
So they built the Alaska Highway from the north and from the south, and this is where they joined.
And I've just spotted some red chairs up here.
I've learned when I have less, it eases this damn stress.
So when they were building this road, they were working in -40 degrees Celsius. Can you imagine working in -40?
I can't imagine working.
And that down there is a highway today, a nice 2-lane tar sealed.
Well, that was a nice little walk, stretch the legs a bit. And now we're just continuing our drive up the Alaska Highway. So we're just driving beside Killarney Lake where we camped last night. It's the largest lake in the Yukon. This is our lunch spot today. Eggy bread with a view. Some of the road surface along here to Beaver Creek is pretty bad. This section of the Alaska Highway is the worst section apparently because of the frost heaves. Frost heaves are caused by permafrost deep underground, which freeze and thaw unevenly and create unexpected dips in the road surface. How you enjoying the ride, Kevin? And thank you. Just arrived in Beaver Creek. This is the last town in Canada before you get to the US border, back into Alaska. Looks like we're just coming up to the Canadian border now, and then not too far on after that will be the US border. Driving in this section is a bit of a drag today. It's just lots of frost heaves. It's very uncomfortable as a passenger. Mike's got to really concentrate more than usual. So that's it, we're back in the USA, into Alaska for the second time on this trip. Not quite as a dramatic way to enter Alaska as what it was into Skagway, that's for sure. And such an easy border crossing too. They didn't even check our car this time. And the road, oh the road is so smooth. For now, I hope it lasts. So we've driven most of the day, we're just coming into the town of Tok. It's 6:30, we still need to find somewhere to stay, but we're going to refuel, maybe get some bits and pieces find somewhere to stay for the night. Join us in the next episode where we visit the town of Valdez, see some bucket list wildlife, and cruise through icebergs on the way to a glacier.